he's
Even
not
when
gonna
I
look
was a
like
kid,
Sheena.
I know I look chocolate now. I know I look chocolate, but there's a story behind it. When I came out, I was pretty white, right? But then at the age of 4, this is based on stories that I've been told. Okay, when I was 4, my brother was going out in the streets having a good time with the shorties out there, and he took me to the local swimming pool. And then because of the chlorine in the swimming pool, hey, my mom said this, so I believe it. Because of the chlorine and the combination of the heat, the African heat that permeates all the way up in Italy, a nigga got charcoal like this. You get me? But that's it. Don't mock my intro. Welcome to a chat with O.T.F, where we want you to feel part of the conversation, feel like you're at home talking to family members or honestly people that you trust, whether it's your cousin, your grandma, your auntie, your papa, or anyone. Today in the studio / my office / my one of the bedrooms in the house, we have all the way to the left.
My name is Maya.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm Rachel.
Come on. We have a panel full of we have a panel full of women, great women today.
Yes, sir.
Women of valor.
Yes, sir.
Like the Africans say. But yeah, by the way, tell us about yourself, because last time I didn't do the correct introduction. Maya.
Me? Oh, hi.
Who are you?
I'm Maya.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Well, you're an influencer.
I mean, whoa.
Whoa.
I love creating content.
Done.
I literally find creativity in anything that I do.
Isn't that being an influencer?
Whether
at
it
this
be
point?
singing, sewing a wig. I like doing it all. That's me. I work in corporate America, but that's not exciting.
We're not going to share her. Rachel?
Rachel, what is there to know? I'm a student.
Don't know.
We almost done know. We almost out of there.
Don't know.
Yes. I'll be graduating in June.
She's going to be prescribing me the pills
BSN
when I need
RN,
it.
you feel me?
For my back.
Yeah.
For my back. I don't know
For
where your
his
mind
back,
went, but
Maya.
you need to relax. And mine's good here.
For his back.
Get me?
Yeah. You're Kenya's 254 representing.
Come on.
I thought you were going to be like,
We represent
Kenya's
Kenya's
finest.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Then I was like, let me not.
Gotta do it the right
I
way.
want to say where I'm
Kenya's
from.
finest.
767. Where you at?
Yes, ma'am.
Google it. I'm not telling you where I'm from. Google it.
Disgusting.
Anyways, how y'all been? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Yuck.
Have you guys been?
Pretty dandy.
Yeah. I feel like every time I ask,
Dying.
yeah, I'm at that. I think it's that time of the year where it's not that time of the year, but it's after 1 year and a half of garbage that we pretty much endured. A simple "How are you doing?" It's like it's a question that is so deep and it's loaded.
I read a thread once. It was like, you shouldn't ask that. You should ask like more specific, like how are you doing emotionally?
Yeah.
How are you doing
God.
work-wise?
Well, usually the intent to ask that question is usually, hey, I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask and hoping to gain some right information. Like I'm gonna hopefully get the truth out of yourself. But I feel like every time I got asked as a kid, I always reply with the, "Oh, I'm good" or "I'm fine."
Yeah,
that's the African one, especially.
Go to.
How you doing? I'm fine. I'm fine, ma. I'm fine, mom. Fine, dad, or whatever. So it's yeah. But are you guys good? How y'all been? How have you guys been holding up in the last 1 year and a half of staying at home?
I definitely wasn't home. Work said no.
I know.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
an essential worker.
Yeah, so you work in the medical industry. So how was that in the early beginnings?
It was really weird because I felt like stuff kept changing. So it wasn't anything. It was just weird. It was all over the place.
We all thought that. We all thought that.
Yeah.
So
one minute it was no wear masks, don't wear masks, and then it was
Yeah.
wear masks, and then it's double mask.
But I understood the
Double
concerns with
mask.
that. Yeah. Now it's double mask. Wear a visor too.
A visor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
And then it was like, oh no, the visor is not enough. If you just wear that, you have to ensure that you have a mask as well, because
Yeah.
the visor simply ain't shit.
Yo, I actually saw this TikTok of like this influencer. She had like this see-through visor, but it was like here. And then she would just like put it on her nose and it would just cover like her mouth, but it was still open in the bottom and like on the top. And people are like, that's not a mask.
Oh, I've seen a lot of
It's
horrendous masks. Horrendous masks. I've seen people wear underwear. They're like,
Huh?
yeah,
Underwear.
like yeah, it's proper underwear, not boxers. It's, I guess briefs, like the ones that female wear tongues or whatever they're called.
Tongues.
Tonga. That's what we call them.
Thong.
Yeah. No, I've seen people wear those, and I'm just like, dude, what are you trying to keep yourself safe for? Because that's not going to help you in any form of way.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And the mask is not even, it's for you. It's so your stuff doesn't go out to other people.
It's not restricted though. I don't think. I don't think I can wear it for 8 hours. I don't know how you do it.
Try 12.
No, impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
You be in there trying to change somebody. You're like,
oh god,
trying to breathe. Oh my!
But it seems like I mean, I think the outdoors activities kind of help me out.
Yeah,
being able to see
for sure.
people and stuff.
Yeah,
I know you guys had a little hangout last week or whatever. So, restaurants are back to
wild.
You could tell we hadn't gone anywhere.
It was a mess, but it was good.
It was so fair.
It was fun.
Good. It is good. It's good for y'all to go out and have a good time. Restaurants are back to what? 20% capacity, 25.
Yeah,
I have no clue. I just saw the door said we're now open from this time to this time, and I was like, well, let me make my reservation.
But numbers are going down. It seems like we're trending towards the better now, and I mean, honestly, to be fair, the only thing that has been keeping me going is outdoor activities through all of this.
What activity?
What is it? Outdoor activity
what
to
you
you,
been doing?
Hiking, playing ball, going on a walk, just getting my mind off stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I was supposed to be playing soccer actually, but I'd say that out of all the sports that you can engage in, running with a soccer ball is probably the safest because it's outdoor and you're not touching things with your hands.
Yeah. I think like leagues have still been going.
Yeah,
I guess if you're playing randomly with random
nobody's
people,
really
then
stopped. But yeah, numbers are going down. I'm happy about this.
I don't know what that's.
Did you guys see the news that happened today?
What happened today?
Oh yeah.
With the what?
You didn't hear about it?
Yeah.
The CDC was like,
if two people are both fully vaccinated, they can be in an enclosed room without a mask on.
Yeah.
It's not two people. It's like family members. So, for example,
it's not two people. It's just if everybody in the room has been vaccinated.
Yeah. Well, because technically, if it's the requirements are
shot.
Yeah, I think right now the requirements for vaccinations are 65 plus, multi-generational home. So
50 if you're in a multi-generational home.
So if let's say my mom lives here,
teachers.
Teachers
and specific jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they should.
Man.
And then if you're high risk.
If you're high risk.
But I feel like now, like. Before I was like, ooh, the vaccine is out. And like, they were only giving it to like essential workers in like hospitals, like Rachel. Yeah. But like, now it's just kind of like, they're opening it up to more people and it's more available. And it's becoming like, you're coming in contact with people who are now like have the vaccine. It's like, it feels so surreal.
It does.
You've had the vaccine for a while though. Like initially, did you want to take it? Were you scared?
I feel like initially
spooked.
I wasn't spooked.
Stop lying.
We had this argument.
You heard the African aunties telling you.
You don't forget the argument we had.
You heard the African aunties telling you on WhatsApp. If you take it, you will turn into a lizard. That is it.
Oh my God. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
We can't pray to wait.
Thank God you're not a conspiracy theorist.
Victor. Listen.
Yes. Mention his name. I don't care.
Episode?
I don't care.
But he said it on here.
Oh, nah. Victor be saying hella shit.
He was like, you used to just go and pray. I don't know what you guys were talking about. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it was that episode 2. Yeah. He was deep into the spiritual. Victor's a spiritual man. We love him for that.
It's good to be spiritual. But I think I wasn't like...
Nah. Y'all ain't gonna do my boy Victor like that. Nah. Y'all ain't gonna do my boy Victor like that.
No, I wasn't scared to get it just because I feel like if you do the research on it, the only thing that I think made me scared, and we talked about it with the girls, is like you don't know the long-term effects because it hasn't been in use for long enough. But I wasn't scared because I'm like, do you understand how effective this vaccine is? Yeah. There's no vaccine. Well, there are very few that are as highly effective as that one. So
really?
Yeah, 90% is a big deal.
Big one.
Shoot. Flu shot is like 25 to 50.
Yeah, so I've never gotten the flu shot. Yeah. Fuck that. To end up having a sore shoulder? Nah, it's not me. I'll stay home. It's okay.
It's like that though because there's so many strains of the flu. So you thought you had them all, but...
No, but technically, every time I got... For some reason, there's a correlation between me getting the flu shot and me actually getting the flu every year. Every year that I got it in the past, for some reason, I got the fucking flu. I'd get sick or some shit like that. Perhaps it's another strain, and probably is, because that's how it works. But no. I believe in the higher powers. So
Praise
If I take it and I get it, it means that it doesn't want me to take it. That is it.
We thank God you're not high risk. You know what I'm saying? Believe in the higher power and stay safe.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, no, I see that news from the CDC today, man.
Yeah.
It made me happy. I was like, yeah.
So surreal. I don't know why. Like, it's just so weird.
Nah,
Like, we can be
a whole new world.
Think about like next year we can go to concerts maybe.
Well,
I miss
that's
concerts.
if we don't get. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be new strains that are gonna come out like in the next.
say that.
There
spring.
already are, but
Already are.
hopefully.
I'm just saying.
X.
There's people that be eating cheeks and stuff, so you can't really know how things go out here in the streets. In the streets. But I'm just saying.
I didn't know cheese cause COVID.
I'm just saying people are not as well, clean and sanitized as they think they are.
I know.
So they could come,
dirty.
Billy and N O'Clock would be the next person to come up with a new strain. Just
Does
based on
Billy
the
have
fact.
any like friends?
I hope not, or else they're gonna be spreading that shit.
It's crazy what we're living through in our lifetime.
Ooh, we've been
My
through a lot.
goodness.
Oh, we'll definitely make that history page.
Oh,
all the
our kids are
history
probably gonna read
books.
2020. Oh, my dad was there. My mom was.
We're gonna have to
told me about
explain
it.
those things.
Yeah.
Be like,
Oof.
let me see this textbook. No. This is
Yeah,
not
but-
how it went down.
But that's somewhat the
They're
new norm
lying.
as well. I think I was watching Q13,
Yeah.
local news or whatever. That's the only news I watch. And
The only one.
that's the only news I watch.
God.
No, I can't watch. I can't watch the CNNs, the MSNBCs, or the Foxes. It's
Yeah.
the shit. So I think they were basically they were
Q13
interviewing
is
kids or
Fox,
whatever.
right?
Sorry,
Isn't Q13 Fox?
it's a
It is.
branch of it, but
Oh.
due to the fact that we live in Seattle, they're pretty liberal. I think.
Mm.
I'm not sure how. I think King 5 or 7. What is Channel 7 called?
Cairo.
Cairo.
Cairo 7 is
Mhm.
the one that is super. Yeah, Donald Trump, my nigga.
Okay.
Mm.
Can we
But
not
what-
say his name like at all? He's gone.
No, he's gone
done.
now. He's gone now, so I can actually mention his name. I don't mind. I don't mind. Were you guys the people that were like, oh, 45?
Oh my God. Like,
I
it
was
so-
44, not 45.
He was there and he
Skip
left.
president.
So we should let the trauma go away. You get me?
I'm traumatized.
He made
Jesus.
social media so sensitive. We used to post for our nonprofit and like stuff would get censored out all the time. They're like, no, this contains a bias. This contains a,
real?
yeah. Like you had to be really, you don't remember people started changing like the spelling of white to like white.
YT.
Oh, that's the reason why they did it?
Yeah.
Wow,
Because
I
when
didn't
you
know
put,
that.
yeah, when you put white,
Blood. I
it would be
didn't know
like,
that.
this content is da-da-da-da-da. You're like, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I just started
And
saying
you've
it
like
because I
paid
did
for promotion or something. They're like, you tried it.
With young people
okay,
being
whoa,
young people, I thought
what?
we were just being lazy.
No,
I-
people are being smart.
I literally thought it was because like okay, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but like I thought it was just like a black Twitter thing.
Jesus.
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Because nobody
I
knew
thought-
what
I thought
it
that too,
meant.
yeah.
I got
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
We definitely learned why. We had to like flip letters or like find different, even COVID-19 for some time.
Yeah.
If you said anything with
Yo,
COVID,
yeah.
they would like censor it out and be
The
like,
kind of shit
yeah.
that we
this
believe and
contains
we see in the
sensitive
media as well.
information.
It's garbage.
Yeah.
I remember like Corona.
oh
The
yeah,
beer. The
people weren't
sales,
drinking
the
it.
sales pretty much dropped because people were thinking,
Non-existent.
yeah, well, there's a virus called coronavirus, so if I drink Corona, the beer, I'm probably gonna get you fucking
People
idiot.
are so ignorant. My
Yeah,
God.
idiot boy. But anyways, going back to
Yes.
Cairo Q13.
Yes.
So I basically saw that they were interview kids
Yeah.
from like I don't know, K-12, is that what it is?
K
School?
through 12.
That
Yeah.
one, that is it. And some of the kids were pretty much like, oh yeah, I'm stressed, I'm depressed because I don't really know how to like handle everything that is going on. I don't know how to like maneuver, talk to my friends, or I'm stressed because I
Yeah.
don't get school and I can't really get help because it's virtual and so on.
Mm.
So one way or the other, I think that ultimately this part of the history is pretty much going to be remembered,
Yeah.
we talked about, and
Changes.
probably going to be, there's going to be a lot of changes happening for good, which, I mean, they could be good or bad or whatnot.
Like I think about like how I used to like get on like the bus I had at my previous job.
Former job.
At my former job where like I'd get on the bus. They
Please
provided
let him know you didn't get
transportation.
fired. You
Oh, I didn't get fired. I
Come
left,
on.
boo boo.
You get
Okay.
me.
I'm out.
But but I used to get on the bus and like with all the other employees, and I'm like, there's people all around me, and there's people sneezing, coughing, sleeping with their mouth open.
Blah, that was me. I used to sleep. I used to snooze. In the bus?
Yeah.
Because no, they gave us a shuttle to pick us from
And the seats were nice.
the location to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yo.
No, it was clutch, but
yeah, I just remember like walking into my building and the hundreds of people that worked there, and we would all touch the handle. Like I was a germaphobe before, and I always like used my elbows, but like that's how I was sick every year. Last year I didn't get sick once.
So how did y'all feel about, when you guys went out on your girls' night? How do you guys feel about being out in the restaurant at 25% capacity? Because I remember we went to The Rock 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we went to The Rock like 2 weeks ago, and like
it was so weird.
Until like I got like a bucket or two and the beer, I was not comfortable. I was literally looking at people like, I dare you to sneeze, nigga. I dare you. Like I won't go there and punch you in the chest.
Yeah.
It was weird. They had like barriers set up, but I'm like, okay, but we're still.
Y'all went to Joy's, right?
Yeah.
Both of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you guys indoor or outdoor?
Inside.
Indoor.
Yeah.
Oh, blood.
But it was so weird. Like, I don't know.
Were you comfortable, or was it weird because you're just not used to being out anymore?
Uncomfortable until I drank a drink. And then I was like, I'm with my girls, I don't care, yay. And the music was good. Yeah. But it's still like, you still, when you have to get up to use the bathroom, you still got to put on your mask.
Yeah.
I think that's so hypocritical. Like, it
doesn't make sense, but I mean,
it don't make sense at all.
Hopefully protecting somebody. So, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. It's contradictory, but it's weird.
Yeah. Well, I hope we can kind of, would you say that it would be easier to going back to, I don't know, once a week outside and eating at a restaurant, or will it take some time? So are you gonna be an indoor body from now on? I got
my shot.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm out here, baby.
I haven't even thought about it. I just be out there like,
Rachel out here raw dogging the oxygen and shit.
Imagine breathing in and out.
You make me
annoyed.
sick.
I know, but I think the more people get it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sadly, I don't want to say it, but I want to say it.
Go ahead. I
feel like
speak your truth.
Sometimes I feel like the people that got really sick or were like prone to get it, like got it.
Because they were being
if that makes sense. Not even just being idiots, like the people who were going to get really sick from it have already gotten really sick from it. Does that make sense? So I feel like the rest of us now, I don't know, like if you haven't died from it yet, because I don't believe we haven't come into contact with it. There's no way.
There's absolutely no way.
That we have not? Way.
Yeah, 100 million people died and nobody came.
I think a whole bunch of people have had it.
There's no way you didn't get it.
People have had it.
Yeah.
So like,
if you live in a metro area and you go to the grocery store, you pump gas.
And even before they really knew what was going on, like I feel like it was already there.
Yeah.
And people didn't know.
And then, unfortunately, if you're one of the weak ones, then that's when the problem came out.
I feel like the turning point for me was a kid at our old high school got coronavirus, and
who the fuck is that?
They reported it on the news, and I'm like, this is my old high school, and nope, I'm staying home.
Do you remember that point? What was your point where you were like, oh shit, this is real? Everything's about to it's not gonna be normal anymore. Because I think for me it was
June, and they were like, okay, we're extending it to next year. You can't come back to work till next year.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think the moment we went on lockdown, and they told us specifically for like corporate jobs in Seattle and shit like that, they were like, oh, go home.
And don't come
At that
back.
point, I was like, yeah, I'm enjoying this.
I feel like at first people were like, yes, we get to stay at home. Who little did you know?
No, but initially it didn't feel bad to me. I don't think it felt bad.
Think so.
I think winter was horrible.
Yeah, winter was a little hard.
Winter was harsh. Because in the summer, you also had that, because I think Corona, I would say that the shutdowns and everything started in like March. Right?
Yeah.
And then
late February.
Spring comes, summer comes, and then at that point, you can do outdoor stuff. So technically, the lockdown is not really a lockdown because you're out there kicking it.
Yeah, and then they went to phase 2, and we were like,
there's
hope.
Yeah,
and then, and then my man back there in the house has reverted everything back.
Yeah,
once the cold started coming, and then everyone was like, "Yeah, you have to really stay home."
I think once when people got really sick in Cali too, they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not gonna keep opening up."
The governor in Cali was pretty serious about it from the get-go.
He was, but like when they started like going up in phases and people got sick in the summer, because I remember, it was pretty bad. But They played us.
They did play us.
Yeah.
Ooh, blood. I can't continue this podcast without saying Happy International Women's Day.
Woo!
Thanks, girl power.
Obviously, I happen to. It seems like it's a coincidence, but it is a coincidence. Actually, I happen to be surrounded by awesome women. For this podcast specifically,
That's so sweet.
and which it's actually great. No mind them. Sorry, Victor. But I mean, I would say that pretty much for good majority of my life, I've been blessed with being surrounded by really influential and powerful women that have kind of guided me through my journey as a young fella.
Yeah,
I'm still young. My back wouldn't say the same, but I'm still young. With the way my knees and my back are feeling right now, I don't feel so young. But anyways, thankfully to all the great women that I've had impacting my life somehow. I've had great mentors and great inspirations throughout, and it has been great having y'all being around me. And I'm thankful for every woman out there.
Yeah. I think it's important to have that, to have different dynamics, to be able to have females, or if you're a female, she doesn't like female. I forgot.
Y'all women said you don't like it. I guess perhaps you could say it.
I feel like sometimes it's the way that people say it, like these females.
When you're a woman.
Nah, people in the South be saying, yeah, these females, man. Yeah, that sounds harsh.
Quit acting like a female. What does that mean? That's what people say. That's what people say. No, I was saying it's important to have like friendships where it's mixed like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I saw a post the other day where someone was like, no, you shouldn't have friends of the opposite gender. And I'm like, but then like really good conversations come from having those types of friendships. Like you get to see like.
I can't ask that. That's fine.
No, say it with your chest.
Go for it.
No. Because I think
say it.
from a male perspective, it's a little bit different. But
why is
maybe
it's
a justice perspective.
Don't start thinking. Relax. Come on here.
No, I was gonna say a point.
You're trying to set me up. No, but do you guys really believe in friendship between mandem and galdem?
Yeah.
Why did you look at her?
I wanted her to answer first.
She said, yeah.
Yes. I think I have a good handful of guys that are my friends that are my friends.
Yeah.
So we're friends on who like us.
Friends who I feel like I don't question their intention, or like I know we're not gonna cross that boundary.
Do you think that deep down, if you were like, hey, let me put everything on the table and be like, just test the waters and see, wagwan.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would be like, oh, man, I've been waiting on this for a while now.
That number, the number might get slimmer, but I think like
definitely
you're people at the end of the day, if you hang out with people for long enough, like people that you have stuff in common with, it's like inevitable that you'll find things that you like about each other. Yeah. But then being disciplined and being able to have those boundaries is what keeps stuff like that going.
I feel like the more I grow up, the more I feel like it's actually possible to be friends with just a woman without get into those boundaries. But
people have messed that up too, though. So I get the other part of that. Yeah. I talk to guys and they're like, oh no, my girl is not talking to other dudes. You can't be on the phone.
Like him. Super insecure.
And I'm like, all right. But then like,
so insecure.
You want to have female friends?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Keep that same energy. They're like, you don't know men. Okay.
Well, no, that's to be fair.
No, we know men.
We know men. What you
but y'all women just be acting naive sometime.
Really?
Just
how you know we're not playing with you?
Subconsciously.
Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't do that new
we're
age
acting
shit.
naive,
don't
but
do
we're
that.
really
not
not
playing
naive.
with you.
I've been in the game. I know.
But I feel like women are more in tune with certain things.
Yeah.
They're more. Do you think the woman can they understand the cues, or they can shut down the cues correctly if they don't want to go that way as well?
Yeah, but again, I feel like that's been compromised as well recently. Our generation, I feel like, is just a little wild.
I thought that was a whole movement with Hot Girl Summer. Wagwan. I thought that was a whole movement with Hot Girl Summer. If I want to have fun and just have a good time,
that's different though. That's not friends. That's not friends.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm not talking about long-term relationships. I'm just saying you have a friend.
Yeah.
You guys are friends. You guys are the opposite sex, of course, and you decide, hey, let me try and throw out there a bone out there, and let's see if the girl is gonna catch it. And then if she does catch it, then we can, be friends with benefits. No. If I said female after that, you could have punched me in the chest, but I didn't say it.
I throw a bone out there.
to these females.
Damn, that sounded bad.
Been,
I'm sorry, woman. That's. I'm not trying to degrade y'all, especially on this
day.
International
Day.
I lie.
International Women's Day.
My apologies. I'm gonna do better.
International Day.
I called my mom earlier too.
Yeah.
She. Man, I'm sorry, mom. She'd expect better from me. But no, like, do you guys? I don't know, man. It's all just.
It's a thin line. I feel like it's a thin line.
I think like growing up,
I can agree.
Growing up, I had a time where I just had guy friends. I had one girlfriend.
When was this?
I don't want to share, but
don't share that. You're doing good. Don't share it.
No, I'm just saying. There's a point where I had just guy friends, and they were just
I have toxic masculinity. You think I can handle this shit?
You'll be okay. You weren't around. Let's just say that you didn't know each other yet.
Fair enough. No. See, that's a conversation for another day. But because I know one of my boys that thinks that they would like to know everything about a woman's past, and I'm just like, there's no way. Ignorance is bliss. But that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah,
that's a discussion for another day. Because I want to have him here so that I can ask him the questions.
Yeah,
he's that particular. Nah, that's Victor. I'm not gonna lie. That's Victor. I'm going to put him out there.
He wants to know the everything.
I thought it was somebody else.
What do you think it was?
I don't think it was.
Victor was not the one.
I think we're thinking of the same person too.
I'm gonna bleep the names anyways. What do you think it was? Nah, we're not doing pillow talking. Yeah, it's okay. We're not doing pillow talking. But no, hey, happy International Women's Day. Again, I've been blessed with having a lot of powerful women out there.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just thankful. And I love seeing what you guys are doing. Seems like there's actually a great movement happening. I guess the Hot Girl Summer as well. It's an empowerment movement. So that's also something big as well.
Can I just say though, like, I know it's International Women's Day or what is it? International Women's Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I really I want to focus on Black women because we're always forgotten about.
Ma'am.
Like,
I was just about to say that.
We love all the women. No matter if you were born a woman or not, if you consider yourself a woman now, you're a woman, right? But like Black women are so forgotten about. Like, I keep seeing International Women's Day and I don't see anybody that looks like me.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we're a part of that too. That was actually
one of the topics today for, because we usually have meetings in the beginning of the week or whatever with work, because with not being in the office, we have to have stand-ups and stuff like that so that we can discuss the business and pain points or things that we need to work on and improve for our program and whatever. And our manager pretty much went on a spiel where he kind of mentioned that, a lot of the times in these meetings where he's discussing things with VPs or execs, for example, he does not really get to see, the woman or the Black woman up there. Which
he said that?
Yeah, he said that. He said that. He was like, he acknowledges that because he was brought up by, of course, a great woman. Yeah. I think his mom was a teacher and he has sisters as well. So to him, it's actually a great point of discussion. And thankfully, we have a really diverse group as well.
Yeah.
And those are some of the things that we talk about when the Black movement, of course, happened with George Floyd and everything. We also talked about that. So we don't shy away from having those kind of discussions in the corporate world. And it doesn't happen in the corporate world. So that's probably one of the good things that I like about my team.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But he mentioned that and he was like, there's not a lot of powerful women, but I would say the trajectory looks a little bit better but I feel like we should still keep fighting and keep doing, our diligence to try and honestly empower ourselves and discuss things and highlight things. I think that's the main thing. Talking about powerful women, because that's one of the things that I did this weekend. Did y'all get to see the big interview that everyone was talking about by Oprah?
Let me tell you, the way school got me set up, I'm waiting until tomorrow's over, then I'm gonna sit down properly and watch it. Yeah, because I need to sit down properly and watch that interview.
Oh my!
Were you just on Twitter looking at things?
I keep seeing these clips and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But it's also like, what did you expect of colonizers?
Period.
And that's a big aspect of it as well. Maya, you got to see a little bit of it. What are your thoughts? What do you think?
We watched the whole thing yesterday.
Yeah.
First of all, it was cool to see Oprah interviewing her because I was like, this perfect person.
I know.
It was like Oprah is like the
as a man as well. I didn't quite know what the symbol of Oprah was. I know she's a great person. She
Yeah.
was one of the first richest women out here in America as well. Black woman as well.
Yeah.
She's doing her thing everywhere. Man, she's
Oprah
loaded.
is just an icon.
I just want to hug her every time I see her.
She looks like somebody you want to hug.
Let's hug her. But I mean, maybe dab into Oprah as well, because for example, I'm sure some of them like me might not fully know her story.
I don't even know where to start, but Oprah is just iconic. Like, I don't know if this is right, but I think she's like one of the first Black women to have like a daytime talk show.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so young, like she was so young when she started it, young, and like the people that she's had on that show and like the topics that she talked about are crazy. Yeah. She's iconic. Like she's iconic. I know there's like some weird controversy about her.
I was gonna say that too.
But
at some point,
but
can I say something about that controversy? I guess in this podcast, I'm trying not to get into controversial topics that are gonna get me canceled.
Yeah.
Like, but
sorry,
I would like to say, because I'm sorry, I'm just gonna let my mind talk for itself. And of course, I've also had a little bit of wine, so mine's getting there. But here's the thing. Every time in the media we hear about Black folk, there's never anything good coming out of it. There's always a bad narrative that is basically accompanied by all the good things that we do.
Yeah. The bad.
I have a question, for example. Think about artists and big people that have made it in some form of industry, whether it is the creative one like music or specifically journalism. I'd say Oprah is one of them as well. You guys know what the Illuminati is. We're all Christian. Y'all, have you ever heard of any Illuminati person that was white?
Y'all haters gonna with that
Illuminati. No. Do you know why? Because good majority of the time, whenever they correlate the idea of a Black person, there has to be a higher power or something that is basically has to be attached to it to make us gain some form of success.
No.
Fuck off, man.
I don't even think
they work hard and they made it happen. There doesn't have to be a higher power. So fuck the Illuminati, fuck your conspiracy theories and all that shit. Perhaps it does happen, but I'm tired of hearing Black people and bad story correlated to Black people whenever, especially since we don't have any form of evidence.
Yeah.
This story about Oprah came out with no actual facts. I know people. I live in Hollywood. I know people. Unfortunately, those people that I know perhaps have a bad past. They have skeletons in their closet.
Who doesn't?
I know people that have skeletons in their closet. Right. Best believe that if I find out that they're pedophiles or anything like that, I'm probably gonna cut the fuck out of them. But unfortunately, you can't do that. You can't. No, but I'm just because that was those were the allegations.
Yeah.
I can't do that if I'm in such a big environment like Hollywood, I guess, and I can't keep tabs. I can't keep tabs with everyone. So unfortunately, if I know or I took 2 pictures with this fucking idiot right here that ended up doing something stupid, you can't put it on me.
Yeah.
It is not on you. That's true.
Yeah. But I mean, Oprah, like, going back to the interview.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, like, Oprah is that bitch. Like, Oprah is
for sure,
iconic.
man.
Yeah. She's paved the way for a lot of people. But yeah, just having Oprah interview her was like, okay, this is great. Because, like, maybe she didn't ask the right questions or she was just saying why the whole interview, which I felt kind of the thing.
But I mean, that's what you're supposed to do.
I mean, yeah, she's a journalist.
To get deep into the conversation.
It was just...
If you were to, let's say, if you were to basically sum up the content of what Meghan, I like to call her Megan, I don't know why. What Meghan Markle basically said and how she conveyed her thoughts. What emotion would you correlate that to? Like, how did you feel after you saw it?
I was pissed. You know how when you felt, that feeling you felt when last summer with the whole like Black Lives Matter movement, it came back. I was pissed.
Yeah.
Did she mention it all? Like, did she have an idea what she was getting into?
No, like that was the first question.
I'm like, when you're getting to such a family, you don't know what you're getting into. Part of me is like, but then again, like you'll never truly know until you're in that, But no, the place they have in this world, it's kind of hard for me. I think, it might be hard to. You might think like you're ready to get up in there and deal, but then you realize, okay, there's way more to this than probably what I initially thought. So
she specifically said that.
Like she said she didn't.
She said she was like, I was like, I'm sorry, like I'm gonna Google somebody. It's Harry, like it's Prince Harry. I'm gonna Google him, like just to know, like at least his birthday and like like I didn't really understand. Like I mean, my mom is British, so I guess I kind of know, but like I didn't really understand like the whole lineage of like the royal family and like all of whatever they're doing. I knew Prince Harry, I knew Prince William, I knew Kate Middleton, and I knew the Queen. That's what I knew. And so until I started watching The Crown, but like,
ooh, The Crown.
It's funny that you brought that up. Actually,
I think that she said she didn't really know, and like as Americans don't really know unless you look at it. It's not like they teach us that in school.
Yeah,
and that's also one of the things that I think is. Because for me, being a person that now lives in America, and I've been here for a long time, for me to even kind of dab into what's happening in that institution, the palace, the Buckingham Palace or whatever, that one.
Buckingham.
Yeah. So pretty much being there and even thinking about things that are happening there is something that I shouldn't really give a fuck about. But I remember
they control more in this world than I think people realize.
Not even
that's why it's so important to pay attention to what they're doing.
Not even that. I remember like 5 months ago, I want to say 5 or it has to be 5 or 4.5. I remember being in, the quarantine and being on lockdown and winter being there. I remember pretty much talking to my mother-in-law and we were kind of discussing shows and stuff that are, she was watching and shit like that.
Yeah.
And she happened to bring up The Crown. And I was like, no way, there's no fucking way I'm watching this. It's about Elizabeth. What do I care about her? But then something in my head, me being the African, me coming from a country that having originated, having origins from Ghana and technically being one of the Commonwealth countries, I was like, you know what? This is the Queen. If Ghana is basically in this situation, there has to be some form of correlation because we were colonized by them, of course. So why not watch it as a person that pretty much technically came from a Commonwealth background?
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I guess if you're African, maybe you come from Kenya or I don't know, South Africa or any of those countries, Ghana, Nigeria, any of those countries that were pretty much colonized by the Queen. Because technically, she's been that old.
She's been around for a time.
Ain't that crazy?
Fucking hell.
We haven't had our independence for that long. It's
Oh, by the way,
happy
Independence Day to all my Ghanaians.
Ghana.
Ghanaian by association.
We gained independence 64 years ago, and she's 90 something, and she's almost 100. Yeah. I think we were one of the first ones, and she is. I think we were because we would. Yeah. It's actually also portrayed in The Crown. So I wanted to kind of watch what happens within the vicinity of that establishment and see what, because I know The Crown is a fictional show. Yes, it is, but it's also based on true facts. And one thing that I vividly remembered was the fact that as you watch, because I went in with the skepticism of, hey, these are fucking cunts. They colonized us. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna beep that. They treated us like shit. They came to destroy. They came to kill. They came to take our gold and they left.
Yeah.
And then the more I watched it, even the way I don't know if it was the way Netflix conveyed information, but the more I watched it, the more I was like, "Ooh, I understand. I understand why this happened. I understand why everything that involved their family happened this way."
Yeah.
And it seems to be just really because they're trying to protect the entity of the crown.
Yeah.
It's not even really the person. It's literally the crown.
The crown, right. Yeah. And as I kept watching, because, it doesn't get all the way to Harry and Meghan Markle, but it gets to Diana.
The queen.
Yeah, so the one thing that I got to see was that Diana pretty much came from a family that was within the confines of the wealthy families around there, right?
But she wasn't a royal.
Yeah.
But she wasn't royal. And the one thing that they always do is that they always ensure that they marry royals or they're distant cousins, honestly.
They all are.
Because they're trying to keep the fucking wealth within themselves and not trying to bring more people in, which is fucking weird, but oh well. I'm not going to be the judge of that. But Diana comes in. She has a really nice demeanor. She has a good take in life and overview of what is important. Yeah. And she seems to be the person that wants to make a change here and there. And the moment she comes in and she starts doing the tour in Australia and stuff like that, everyone is pretty much gravitating around her because you can feel the tangible love.
Yeah, they loved her.
And that's the same thing that pretty much happened with Meghan.
That is true.
That's the same exact fucking thing that happened with Meghan. The only catch is that sorry, Meghan.
Jesus.
God damn, the Jews are licking me different. Blah.
I know why you did that, but
no, yeah.
I actually I call Meghan Megan a lot of the times because he be acting foolish, but that's a story for another day.
Not females.
Did I say that?
No, you said he be acting foolish.
Okay. That's a different F.
That was
That's
subtle.
A different word. No, I
Different.
didn't say
That was
that.
subtle.
I didn't say that.
All right, I guess.
But yeah. So we could clearly, I could clearly see that there's some form of correlations between Meghan and Diana. And we all know how the story with Diana ended, but the only difference is that Meghan is black. So I thought
10.
whenever that happened, that wedding happened, I thought that there was going to be, some form of positive movement.
Did you see the wedding?
I didn't.
Oh, I woke up and my mom woke me up. She made tea and crumpets and snacks and we watched it.
It was only her mom sitting there. Like, was like her side of the family.
Weird.
It was just her
weird
mom.
to watch.
Right. But being able to see a black person.
Yeah, it was pretty.
My heart was like
out there.
Yeah. It was
quite a moment.
It was a good representation.
It was great.
Yeah. To me, it felt like a great representation of what could be the new future. Because I mean, we are part of it. England as well. It's a melting pot. So there's different people. There's different cultures. There's people from Jamaica, from the Caribbean islands. The different Commonwealth countries are pretty much bunched and crammed there.
Right.
So I was hoping that perhaps this could be something symbolic. Next thing you know, this bullshit comes out.
Symbolic, but
so to me, it hurt because I got to see again
Yeah.
A black person that made it all the way to the top. But then once they got there, everything was pretty much against her. The tabloids talked shit about her, treated her like shit.
That is true.
You know what's crazy? Like,
I went on a tangent, sorry.
No, but you know what's crazy is that, like, I don't know how to say this in a more appropriate way, but she doesn't look like the typical black woman.
Yeah. Right.
Guys see her and I'm like, her hair's a little kinky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel, you haven't seen it yet, but one of the topics of the discussions were, were you worried about the kid?
Yeah, I saw that
black.
clip.
Yeah. Mind you,
how black are they gonna be?
Mind you, the kid is gonna be what? 1/4 fucking black?
Yeah.
There's gonna be like a pinch of pepper. A pinch of pepper.
And the salt.
And she's technically having a kid with a ginger man. Like they're as white as they come. They're as white as they come. Even when I was
he's gonna look like. Don't say Archie's gonna look like.
She said she said the kid is gonna look like
That's what came into my mind.
I thought she said that.
Not the child.
Archie's gonna look like ginger man.
That is wrong. That is all kinds of wrong.
Even
when I was a kid, I know I look chocolate now. I know I look chocolate, but there's a story behind it. When I came out, I was pretty white, right? But then at the age of 4, this is based on stories that I've been told, okay? When I was 4, my brother was going out in the streets, having a good time with the shorties out there, and he took me to the local swimming pool. And then because of the chlorine in the swimming pool, my mom said this, so I believe it. Because of the chlorine and the combination of the heat, the African heat that, permeates all the way up in Italy, a nigga got charcoal like this. You get me? But that's it. That's a story for another day.
My little brother used to believe that we like put him out in the sun. Because when he looks at his baby pictures, he's like, look how I was. How did I get like this? Because he's like darker than me. He's probably like your complexion. He was like, did you guys leave me outside? I'm like, what? And I feel like he truly at heart believed that.
Yeah. So no, me and him have had a 10 since we were 5. That's it. That's the story.
You were born pretty white.
Your skin regenerates though.
Yeah, people used to think.
Hey, wait, so we don't want to hear that scientific shit. You get me?
It
does. Just let it be.
Your skin sheds.
Your skin sheds every 4 weeks.
Said no, it was the sun and chlorine.
But no, seeing a black woman all the way at the top, and just kind of
our vice president.
Oh my God, fucking powerful entities. She's about to pass a bill that I'm not sure if I qualify it now because I don't know what the credentials are. But this is great stuff. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yo,
I fucking love it.
I never would have thought, like, growing up in America, like, I was the only black kid in my kindergarten class out of 30 kids.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, the older I got, the more black people I saw. But, like, the area where I lived in. Yeah, I grew up in Washington. So
yeah, that's actually what I was going to ask you. Like, for you women.
Yeah.
I'm not from the South, so I'm not going to say y'all. So what were some of the struggles, for a black woman in society and your work environment, school, or even within the confines of your house? Like, what are some of the things that a black woman struggles with that
where do I
she
start?
does not hear?
How much do you have?
Right.
I'm sorry.
I saw a video the other day And this girl, like, not girl, she's pretty. She's a grown woman.
Come on.
She had her scrubs on, and she was like, it said doctor, right? And it said her last name. And so, like, it was a TikTok, but she was like, no, I'm not the nurse. No, I'm not the aide.
I saw that.
No, I'm not the technician. I'm the doctor.
doctor.
You know, like, you know what I'm saying? And
Say it for the people in the back.
It's so crazy.
Don't
And even
piss me
at
off.
dinner, we were talking with our friend, and Naomi was saying how, like, there's such a small percentage of, like, Black female lawyers. And
so small.
And so, like, I think when you get to certain places like that is when you truly, truly see, like, how people can really act towards you. So at school, you might get like little microaggressions here and there, but I feel like the school I went to was more mixed. I think we had a
mine
good
was
blend
not.
of stuff. So I feel like it wasn't like
What are you talking
as
about?
terrible. If anything, we were probably worse than the
Wait, where do you go
others.
to school? Tacoma?
In Michigan.
Oh, blood. Wait, you lived in Michigan?
Yeah.
Blood.
Yeah.
What the
Rachel from
fuck?
high school. You didn't know that?
Rachel be
high
having
school over there.
mysteries about her
Yeah,
life.
she really does. Her
I
stories are
graduated
awesome.
from high school in
If
Grand
Rachel told me
Rapids,
that
you know what I'm saying?
she was a I don't know, a spy and she worked
You
for the
believe it?
government, I'd
I
believe
believe
it.
that shit.
I'd believe that shit.
No, I grew up in Michigan, and then I moved here when I graduated from high school.
Okay. Did you think that was an upgrade? Did you like?
I think over here
You're not
there's
gonna compare
definitely-
Washington to Michigan.
Oh
Don't
no, but
piss
where
me
I came from, actually, the city we lived in was rated one of the best cities to live in, like to raise a family.
That's
But
the
what
Cost
kind of
living
family?
is different. Cost of living
Sorry.
is different. Moving over here, I think there are more opportunities to do more.
That is
And my
it.
parents were like, "Yeah, we're out. We're
That is
definitely
it.
leaving Michigan."
That's all that matters.
Yeah, and so even like it's very different. But I think the people there, it was more. I like the dynamic of people there better than maybe it was just the city I lived in, because all of Michigan might not be that way. But over here, I was like, where the Black people at?
Oh, okay.
That's what I struggled with growing
Yeah,
up.
where
Like,
they at? It's a lot of people from different backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
So like Asian countries, like European, whatever, but not a lot of like African American people live in Washington. So I was like, where did I just
Wait,
come
did you
to?
move straight to T-Town?
Yeah.
Blood, and you didn't see Black people?
No, they're not
Jesus.
Black people over there.
Raw. Okay.
I guess maybe because I've been where there's so many that it's like
where all the Black people.
I feel like all of them know each other. If there's a concert in town, we're all in there.
Yeah.
Like all the Black people
everybody
fit in there.
yeah.
And you're like, this is probably all the Black people in Washington.
That's a little different. Like, I mean, there's certain people that I'm like, okay, I know where you're from just by the way that you're acting. And it's weird. Like, I know that you're from this area. I know that maybe you're from this area. But that's just because I grew up here.
Nah, but if
like,
you go to a party, you know that a nigga's from Seattle
I
because
feel
of the
like-
way they dance and shit.
Oh, you know.
Gigs.
Oh, you know.
What? They be turning around, spinning around the
I've been to
chick.
parties
What?
out
Don't
here.
piss me off.
Yo, yeah. But I mean, like, growing up was crazy because, like I said, like, I was the only Black kid, I think, in my kindergarten class.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't want to say I got accustomed to it, but I act like the people around me. Like, there's only white people. And so I get to high school and, like, there's more Black people, but I'm like, if you hear my voice, I don't really sound like the typical Black person. So, like, I get to high school and I'm like, I don't really know how to interact with y'all because, like, I don't talk the way you guys talk.
I feel like they do treat someone differently, though. Yeah,
definitely.
for
Like,
sure. They'd be like,
it's
you
crazy.
went to school over there.
Yeah.
So stay over there.
But kind of, yeah. I mean,
sometimes
I knew them, but it was just, I feel like it was just different. But
Until she met a real nigga like myself. You get me?
that was like the end of high school. Calm down.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like those are some challenges that Black women go through, but I think like the scariest thing
That feels like it was coming from your own people.
Yeah, no.
Which is so-
I mean,
yeah.
I guess for me, I guess it was like normal, so I'm just like whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people experience that.
I think for me it was different because I was like the African kid.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really looked at as the Black kid. And so like people grew up calling me my last name. Like they didn't call me Rachel. They'd be like Wanja Mama, like all types of stuff.
No, why didn't I come up with that? That is genius. That is genius.
And so like they always associated me with that. And so
did you ever have to fight anyone in high
school?
school? Come
Almost
on,
did, but it was because of my brother. I had to fight a dude.
Oh,
I had
raw.
to fight a dude.
For your brother?
Yeah.
You're a real sister.
Rachel's real.
We're not playing these games. You're not gonna come over here
She's
and talk
a
to
real
my little
sister.
brother like you're crazy. And you're in my grade and he's like 3 classes. No.
That's rude.
We were out at recess. I said, "Where's he at? Show me the man."
It's like
Yo,
that.
that's what being an older
It's like
sister is
that.
like.
I was like, I don't care
Yo.
if they kick me out of school. No, but I feel like for myself, I never had to. The only time I feel like I had to stick up for like myself is one time, like we had a lot of refugees too in the school. And I think like at some point
They were picking on them.
like, they're picking on them and being like, "Oh, Rachel, how come you can read and like they can't?"
You
I'm
piece
like,
of shit. You fucking...
First of all, don't come at my people. They know more languages than you.
Okay.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
lie.
Like, don't try and belittle what they're trying to do, and then try to compare me. Oh, how come you can read? I used to get so mad. I'm like,
That's messed
listen,
up.
I'm
we're
sorry.
not gonna do that.
No,
but
it just sucks to hear stuff like that.
yes,
Sucks to
I
hear
feel like
stuff like
that's more of what I got. I got like the African part of it versus
Yeah.
like just black. But I was like in AP classes, and I'd be in there with mostly white kids, not
Yeah.
gonna lie. And so they'd be like, "Oh, you're the smart African," or you always get the, "Oh, you're cute for a black girl," and you're like,
Oh, I hate that one. I know y'all
I
probably
think,
heard
yo,
that.
no.
What does that
In high
mean?
school,
What does that mean?
in high school, like it's different because like now that my husband is African and the majority of my really close
Come on.
friends are African,
yes, ma'am.
they call me light skinned. But in high school, I was dark skinned, and like that was like that. There's trauma for some black women like that because it's like, oh, like especially here, like in Seattle or Washington, they're like, oh, like your color matters to like how attractive you are, attractive you are and all, which is
That reminds me of
so
Basketball Wives right now.
here. Oh my god, don't even get me started.
No, I think that's it.
But that's a struggle for black
I know,
women
it
too.
is.
It's
Where,
just like
the darker you are, I don't feel like they associate you with being
Which is
attractive.
there are some
Yeah.
bomb ass
My God,
dark-skinned
the darker
woman.
the berry. I'd be like,
Do you think that, for example, kids, for example, in the
Yeah.
establishments of high schools, for example, are
Yeah.
going through that right now as well?
no.
Because I feel
Not as
like
much.
I feel like their
everything
generation is
that
not
you
as
guys just talked about when it comes out to like
Yeah.
the light skin thin
Yeah.
was pretty much coming from like the big media that is pretty
Yeah,
much
it is.
there
Yeah.
unconsciously
It
in
was.
our brain.
Yeah.
Because right now, for example, if I go around, the chocolate man is pretty much what is out there.
It always
It's the
has
trend.
been tall, dark, and handsome. That's
Tall,
always
dark,
been
Never.
the thing.
handsome.
It's
Never.
always been the thing.
No.
I think in high
I
school
had
it's
to- nah,
different
I had to
because it's
spit
high school and
game.
kids are stupid.
I had to spit game.
You think so?
I needed to know how to talk. What?
Everybody wanted the tall, dark, handsome.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's
But
very
yeah, no, I
interesting.
feel like it has a major influence from the power. Well, I would say the power is up because it's unfortunately if you're a kid, you kind of get to admire it and get to see things from a little kid's perspective, and you kind of look and envision yourself being up at the top, and then you kind of emulate what they're doing out there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see it up there, then you kind of revert to doing it yourself, which is it's just the process of life. So if you were to give a recommendation to yourself, a young, I don't know, Maya or Rachel,
Man.
on how to pull through all this bullshit that you guys endured, what would you say?
Ooh, I think especially. Ooh, yeah.
Especially.
Especially.
when
Is it
people say
especially or especially?
Expeditiously,
Dang,
that's what it is.
Bullshit.
I'd never noticed that until you said it.
Blah.
How old am I? And I just now figured
Yeah,
out
big woman, you know.
especially.
Today years old.
Especially,
Mhm.
I would say that don't pay attention to what people are telling you
Yeah.
and how people how social media wants you to be or how social media wants you to look. Just
Yeah.
do you.
Yeah.
Because like no matter what you do, it's your looks may be like you may be discriminated because of your looks,
Mhm.
but your personality and your knowledge is going to get you so much farther.
Yeah.
Looks get you far, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but you got to have the extra stuff to back it up.
Yeah.
So,
I think for me, one thing I learned as I continue growing older is like, I'm like, do you just not realize how ignorant you sound? So I think my go-to thing is when someone says something dumb to me, like, "Oh, you're so pretty for a black girl." I'm like, "Oh, you're so pretty for a white girl." Like throw it back at you so you
Yeah.
can see how dumb you sound.
Do you know
That's
what?
my like hope
Yeah.
that you
See, I'm all for that approach. I hope that when I get a daughter, she does that too.
yeah, don't.
But I feel like what the issue would probably be, which is not
Yeah.
really the issue, I don't think it is, but perhaps by society's perspective, it might be, is that if you're a black woman and you try to, pull that passive aggressive move, like, oh yeah, you are as well, they'll probably look at you and try and label you as, the black angry woman.
I feel like you don't have to say it in a crazy way, but saying it and then be like,
So when you try and say it,
then you realize they react, and you be like, okay, so that didn't make you feel very good, did it? Let's have a conversation. So why did you feel the need? Do you think I felt good when you said something like that to me? No, I didn't. So, and sometimes I think it was hard. Our generation especially is when we grew up, technology was like booming.
We went
information is now readily available.
We went from MySpace
encyclopedias
to Facebook,
to Google,
to
even
Twitter,
the size of computers,
to
man.
Instagram.
Yeah, what do you know what I'm saying?
Remember when we used to have an iPod and a sidekick, like you had to carry them together. And
I couldn't have the phone line and internet going at the same time.
And
turn off the fucking thing.
And now we have. You can walk outside and have Wi-Fi wherever you go. Like,
so I think like that's really played a big part for me in terms of like not excusing ignorance anymore, in the sense of like when we were growing up, I'm like, okay, is it because this is what you've been around that you just don't know better? So like you just say these things because that's what people around you say. Now, that's not an excuse, fam. Like, you have so much access to so much information that if you're choosing to continuously be this way, that this is a choice you're making.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I feel like this generation will grow up very differently because of that, and because of the attention that everything is getting even now. Again, I think it wasn't getting that much attention.
No, it wasn't at
until
all.
Obama came into office. I think that's the point where, wow, something about black people like was again like fully in the media like that. So now I feel like this generation is going to be. And
there's a lot of role models to look up to, which I love.
Yeah.
Being a man, for example, I don't care. Seeing Kamala out there, it's inspirational for me too. Because I hope that one day my daughter is going to look at that and be like, hey, because I'm going to get a daughter.
Get there.
I want a daughter.
You heard them. So what you need to do, they said.
Whoa.
I hope that my daughter basically gain some form of inspiration from seeing that. And what is it? Face left if you do that?
No. We're not. See, don't. Rachel.
I'm done.
Ma'am.
He wanted a girl. We try to help you.
But even from a MILF perspective, for example, before Obama came into the picture, all we saw was, art, big athletes.
Yeah, athletes,
and musicians and rappers and shit like that. But we didn't have anything tangible out there that told us, hey, there's another fucking route. You can do it.
We did.
We did, but they were not basically praising the media how they're done
because
nowadays.
Media wasn't that way. Like,
now it is.
What is her name? Condoleezza Rice was somebody that I looked up to so much as a kid. I was like, there's like all these celebrities, whatever, but she's doing something that people don't do, and I thought that was so cool.
That was cool,
yeah.
So we did have those people, but like now we have social media. Like,
right.
My favorite phrase is Google is free. Like, you can Google that shit.
Google University.
I'm saying the sheer number of actual people that are up there
has also changed.
Because
that's very, very.
If I see more of them, odds are I'm gonna be like, hey, look at how many are up there at the top.
Yeah.
My odds of making it are probably better if I apply myself and actually, work hard and make it happen.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, it looks like we have a brighter future. We're going to keep fighting for this shit, though.
We just got to unite.
We're going to keep fighting for this shit.
People don't understand the power in coming together. And I think sometimes that's a problem we have as African nations, as black people in America. Like,
even as a collective in a country, we don't do that.
You don't realize you coming together, you can do some things for sure. And it sucks that leaders are corrupt,
Yeah.
It's just the general greed of life. Money runs everything.
Leaders. It's really sad.
You know what I want to say though? I want to say that like I mean, people talk about this all the time, but like I feel like sometimes as a black woman it's tough because like I was listening to another podcast today and they were talking about TikTok. Yeah. But they were talking about how this black girl made the renegade dance that was like super popular.
Which one was that?
It's the renegade. Hey.
Oh yeah, that's it still.
Yeah, so
I only know that part though.
They still do it.
But but here's the thing: she made it. She posted it on her page. Like if you go on her page, she posted it for months, and then some white girl gets on TikTok who has like 80 million views, did it, and now it's popular. And people are like, can you give the black girl her coins?
Yes.
That's happened so many times in history. So many times. And I feel like, I'm like, I just want to say that I like how people are applying pressure now.
Yes, pressure is definitely
applied. The pressure, because like, we made half the shit.
But I think that's where also what Rachel said is probably going to be really significant, because as a collective, if we're united and if we basically keep pushing ourselves as a black community, perhaps the Renegade Girl would have probably gone bigger because other black influencers would have probably pushed it, and then it would have the same. Because if you think about it, everything that especially happens in the creative world, it's usually fucking black people. I'm sorry, I'm
people. And then they get paid like little to no money, and then somebody bites off of them who's not black and gets paid like.
You know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping that equation basically changes once someone like Naomi, a lawyer, for example, decides to basically get into the picture and be like, hey, you know that as a black, I'm a black folk. I'm going to talk to you how we communicate and how we understand each other. I'm going to let you know that right now, this offer, this contract that you're basically being given as and proposed to is shit.
Yeah.
Compared to your white counterpart.
I mean, that's not the law she's going into, but
the
that's
only I know that's not of course that's not the route that she's going to take. But if we keep pushing this narrative and we keep pushing and telling people that, hey, you can do something else outside of being an athlete or being Serena Williams or I don't know,
being a rapper
or anything that is pretty much deemed correct as a black person to do, we can all succeed.
Behind all these black rappers are white people running the shit anyway. So
most of the labels are all
so like
I think people are finally slowly
That's why I'm getting. That's why I'm liking to see the Jay-Z, the DD that are doing it.
Even a lot of upcoming people now have started trying to do their stuff
their own shit
on their own.
Fuck it. Frank Ocean was like, I'm on
man.
What was that guy that Chance the rapper? Yeah, he has no label. He's been doing his thing. Rest in peace for Roll.
Come on, Nipsey.
You feel me?
Nipsey fan.
Disgusting.
All right, so I have a game. Game time. Usually I have my I need to fix the cable situation so that I can get the sounds and all that fun stuff. But anyways, I have a game. So the game is simple.
Yes.
How good are y'all in geography?
Ooh. Geography of where?
Where did I grow up when you're asking me geography?
So
all I know is the United States.
That's
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are you not embarrassed?
I'm embarrassing.
So the game is simple. I'm just gonna explain it. Can you so we're all gonna have a chance to basically I'm gonna basically go alphabetically.
Okay.
You need to say a name. You need to say a country's name that starts with that letter.
How long do we have to say it?
We have 3 strikes. If you don't get it in 3 times, it's 5 seconds as well.
5 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. If you don't get it,
don't look at me, baby.
if you don't get it, you out.
There's at least 2 countries I can think.
Let's start.
Okay, who's starting? You?
Yep. No, okay. I'll have mine start. How about that?
A. Argentina.
A.
No, you have to say B.
Oh, B. Oh,
sorry. No. She needs to say
says A.
We all finished the A, and then if you don't get it,
whoo. Okay.
Country with an
A. Anguilla. I don't know. Is that it?
Yeah, that's
which one?
A country.
There's a country. Anguilla.
Andorra.
Huh?
Andorra. It's a country.
Okay.
B.
Belize. Belize. No, that's Cardi B's name.
Brazil.
No, you did. That's a strike. That's a strike.
Sorry.
Belize.
Brazil.
That's not no country.
Yeah, it is.
That's not no country.
Ask Alexa.
Hold on, let me see.
Hey,
Belize is a city. I swear to God,
Belize
is a city.
Is a country.
Don't piss me off.
I used to love geography.
Belize is a nation in the eastern coast of Central America. Look at you, Ma. You're getting it right.
Did you not just say country? Oh, yeah. I got it right. Okay. Hey.
All right, Rachel, what do you say?
Brazil.
Belgium.
Aha.
Okay. Congo.
Croatia.
Cameroon.
Ooh.
D.
Denmark.
Dubai. Is it a city?
Or that's a city. Denmark city. There you go.
No. You said Dubai.
I caught myself.
Nah, you said Dubai. That's too late.
That's where I'm trying to be.
I'll take Denmark for you. That's 1 strike for Rachel.
Man,
That's one strike for Rachel.
Dang, don't say Denmark.
All right,
either,
Maya
then.
E.
Egypt.
Blood. You strike. I'm
I
not
said
even
Egypt.
She said Egypt.
Oh, that's country. Okay.
Eritrea.
Estonia.
Aha.
It's a. You can Google it.
Isn't
if you
it
want.
A though?
I think it is
Estonia.
A.
No, it's not.
Google it. Google.
E-S-T-O-N-I-A.
I thought it was at.
I thought it was
Okay.
Estonia,
I mean, you're from
too.
Europe, so
Hey,
you know.
you got
He
me.
is
I
from
knew
Europe.
this. Don't try it.
Okay.
Now let's have Rachel proof check.
Oh no, yeah.
Estonia.
E-S-T-O.
It is E. It is E.
Oh,
Don't
damn.
piss me off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was scared because I thought it started with a H or some shit. Let's go.
Okay, E-F.
F.
Dang.
Finland.
Fiji.
France. That's easy.
Oh damn!
I don't know.
I wasn't thinking nowhere near France.
Because you always call it Paris,
G
not
G G
France.
G
Okay.
G G G.
Germany.
Ghana.
Fuck. Guatemala.
Okay. Haiti.
Blood. There's not many with H still.
Frick.
3, 2, 1.
I can't think.
Strike 2.
Can't think.
H. Hungary.
Hungary.
Hungary. That one. Ooh.
Oh.
Let's go.
Hungary.
I was thinking about
Is it
Hungary.
Hungary, Turkey, or
No,
it's
country.
its
It's a
own-
country.
its own
It's a country.
country,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hungary?
H-I.
that one.
Dang, I couldn't think of it.
I-
Let's see which country.
Indonesia. Come on.
5, 4,
India.
3.
Okay. Here you go.
Italy.
Oh!
J.
Japan.
Oh, I can't think. 4, 3, 2, 1.
What the heck?
Jamaica. Let's go.
Oh,
You
wow.
out, Rachel.
Rachel's out. Okay.
That was 3.
It's me and you.
Okay.
Okay.
How many strikes do you have?
None.
What?
Yeah, she has one.
K.
Don't say KK too many times.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of K.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
4, 3, 2.
I don't know.
Q8. Let's go.
Oh,
Strike
Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Kuwait. Okay.
She's like, you
L.
wait.
3, 5.
Wait, what was the letter?
L.
L.
Liberia.
Wow.
Liberia. I love that country. Lithuania.
Oh.
Okay.
I would like to say that my
Yeah,
knowledge.
not on the
No.
L's,
My
on the
knowledge.
alphabet.
My knowledge in these countries is pretty much based on fucking soccer teams.
Oh.
Like,
Wow.
So
Legit.
that's why you're saying all the European
legit.
countries.
I'm
Trash.
sorry.
Yes.
M.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a few.
Five.
Mexico.
Yeah, there's-
Mongolia. N.
Are you fucking looking at the letters?
No, I'm looking at the alphabet.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh God.
I
N?
have Belize open. I
Oh.
was looking at
N.
Belize.
Oh. N.
Ooh.
Nigeria.
Norway. O.
5.
O.
You didn't say N. You didn't say your
Yeah.
N.
Norway.
Norway.
Oh.
Ooh.
5,
Ooh.
4, 3,
I don't know.
2. Strike. What strike is that?
2.
2.
Oh fuck.
5.
Oh.
4. 3.
Oman?
2. Yeah, this is a country. I think. No, I think that's a city.
No, Oman. I think Oman is the only one. It's the only country that starts with an O. Oh, let's fucking go!
Oman's a country?
Yeah,
I knew of that country. I just didn't think of it.
Dang.
I think it's the only country with an O. I'm a bad man. I think. Yeah.
P.
Yeah, it's Oman. Yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
P.
P.
Poland.
Ooh.
Paraguay. Q. Oh, Pakistan. I should have said that.
I'm trying to
Wait.
confuse you.
Q.
Like,
Quebec. No, that's a city.
Strike.
Wait,
what?
no.
Strike. What is that? That's
No,
3,
no,
right?
no,
That's
no.
3. You said Quebec.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
No.
Let's keep going.
You out. I just
So
wanted to
then-
show the world that man is international. You
You
get me?
cheated.
I did. How? How?
yeah, I just feel like that too somehow.
A country with a Q.
Say it. You have 5 seconds.
Qatar.
Wow,
go.
yeah.
Qatar.
Qatar. I just remember because they have like the Grand Prix, like Formula One.
I just
there.
think I just know the airplanes because I'm really into travel vlogs. So I,
Ah.
yeah.
But yeah, that's that for the podcast. Thank y'all for coming through.
Disgusting.